Video tour of the Manchester subdivision.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast YouTube channel, please subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, we get called and text all the time at 252-327-3357. So now with it, let's hit this video. So hi, here we are in the Manchester subdivision here in West Winterville, where I live. So anyway, we are in Westminster Drive, and then Alexandria Lane, which was a nice house that I went into recently. That was a really pretty house as well, and that was like a new house. It was 2020. I remember that house. But here we are on Westminster Drive, and we're just going to stay on Westminster Drive for a minute so you can get like a sense of this community. I'm getting a sense that this is not an HOA community. Am I wrong? Do they have an HOA?
They have HOA actually.
Interesting, because we see people with boats, and I saw a camper back there, so their HOA is pretty lax about what you can have on your property, because I saw somebody had a camper on there and nobody was saying anything, which is nice. So how much is the HOA?
The HOA is $100 and $108 a year.
Okay, so that's really just for maintenance, not for, in depth. So let's talk about more.
Definitely. For these houses that basically built in 2000 all the way to 2006 and 7.
There was one for 2020 back there. I know it. I saw it on Alexandria.
Okay. And basically they have a different square footage from 1,600 square feet. These houses are around here all the way to basically 2,400, 2,500 square feet around here. And you can say that basically the lot acres for these houses are on average that we expect is between 0.24 to 0.31. But one time in Alexandria Drive, for example, there are houses like has 0.53 acres of land.
That's
definitely, which we passed it. We passed
Grasmere Street here. So we're now passing Grasmere Street. I'm just giving you a bit of sense of the community by driving backwards, and then we can check some of these side streets with cul-de-sacs. I just want to give you a sense of what this community is.
And the one in Alexandria Lane actually closed a couple months ago for $330,000 and the square footage was $23.91. Therefore, these houses, as you see, is there around 300, low 300 to mid 300 in Westminster. And if you are if you are wondering about your child, to what school they go,
exactly what I was going to ask you.
They go to the Creekside for elementary. For the middle school they go to A.G. Cox, and for high school they go to the South Central.
All great schools. So of course I say that about every school. Let me see. What else? I was going to ask about e-health. What if I have to go to the hospital? What if I have to go to ECU Health? How far is that?
ECU Health basically is 7.3 miles from here, which is still like 8 to 10 minutes of driving. But you can have Wintergreen Medical Center, ECU Physician again, Physician Prime Care Center, Medical Center, and Greenville Healthcare. And these are all some of the providers that we have. And,
so for grocery stores, I would guess the Fresh Market is the closest, because I saw where we were. So I'm guessing, am I wrong? Is Fresh Market the closest one? Yeah, Fresh Market, which is like a version of, if we haven't heard of it, they're kind of like Whole Foods, but not Whole Foods. Other ones that are close by are Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Walmart neighborhood store, Aldi. All of that is super close. Another one now, I love talking about restaurants. So let's talk about restaurants, right? Now, again, I say in all the videos, I have kids. That means that my fine dining might not be your taste of fine dining. I'm just picking a sample of what I would take my kids to if they were with me. So Cheddar Scratch Kitchen Mi Cabana Mexican, Tiebreakers, Moore's Old Time Barbecue. That's a few of the places I would be taking my kids that are super close. When we look at the map of where the community is, I just kind of pick a couple restaurants that I would go by that are nearby. But of course, you can go to anything in our area.
And then most of these places, they have a crawl space. And if some of you, I know that you are crawl space lovers. And from the parking point of view, some of them, they had the front attached car garage or side one. But you see that is like a mix of most of it is vinyl siding
amble
with
side drive
with the brake veneer up front. And this is basically the texture of this community, and seems that it's a very quiet community. And the good thing is on the other side of the road, you don't have any basically neighbors. It's basically a nice green road and with nothing around it.
So we're loving the showing you these driving tours. We can't wait to show you more. Hit us with the comments of a community if you want a community that we have not done. So yeah, let us know. We love talking to you.
Have a wonderful day and see you on next podcast and YouTube.
Absolutely, bye. I hope you loved our driving tour of Manchester. We can't wait to take you on our next driving tour. Or if you are looking for a realtor and you want to see any of these houses in person, either virtually or in person, we're happy to show you. Please call us at
252-327-3357.